was so good. Welcome to Wednesdays with Whitney. I'm Whitney, and today I am with Ciji of Recycle Me, Iowa. So we're here today to talk about all things recycling, which we know is a big passion of mine, mostly from the litter standpoint, but recycling does translate to litter, or like they're kind of the same product. So we're gonna talk about
all trash.
It's all trash, and it's where do we put it? Do we put it in recycling? Do we put it in our trash can? Or do we put it like out our window? Please don't be one of those people that puts it out your window. That's like the worst in the world. So none of that. So we're here today to chat with Ciji, and Ciji and I actually have no idea how we met.
I'm pretty sure, it's funny that we're going to be talking trash today, because I'm pretty sure I reached out to you after I found out somebody else was just as crazy as I am and wants to pick up all the litter all around town.
Yes.
So
so it would have been probably about a year ago, because a year ago was when I was doing my litter pickup stuff.
Yep.
So yeah, I remember you sent me a Facebook message and you're like, hey, you're crazy too.
You're an eco-hero. We need more of you.
So that started our bonding. And then I love Des Moines because big connections, and it's small town. And then Ciji was the person who introduced me to Lucy. So Lucy's a new part of my team, and she's absolutely irreplaceable. So thank you, Ciji, for bringing her to me. Well, I want to start with asking you, how did this happen? How did you come to own a recycling business?
By accident. I'll tell you that for sure.
As it happens.
I moved to Des Moines right after I got done with a short living stint in New Zealand. And I was living in an apartment, and I didn't have a car, and I was refusing to get a cell phone as well because I wanted to keep living my van life, hippie gypsy style, which was wonderful. Please go do it if you have the chance.
That's next year for me.
Yeah. So I came back, there was no recycling in our apartment, and it was frustrating. I didn't have a car. I couldn't take it to the only drop-off site that was available, and so I just looked like I was on TLC's Hoarders because I had organized trash in the corner of my apartment until it got to so much that I had to go borrow a car and take it to a drop-off site.
Oh my gosh, so you were literally borrowing a car for your recycling.
And I thought, if this is me and this is a big town, I've got to be one of many people with the same problem.
Yeah. Do you think, do you think that most small businesses start out of just a frustration? It's like, I am so frustrated by this, so now I'm going to fix it and I'm going to make a business out of it. And then you start something and you're like, I just made a business and now I have to think about all of these other things.
Yep.
So talk to me a little bit about how Recycle Me Iowa has grown. Like, what is it now? What does it look like? What does it do?
I was very surprised at how successful it became right away. Like I said, I thought I was the only person that was so aggravated and concerned about these issues, but wonderfully so, I was not. So we started out, we had a little bit of press with Juice, RIP Juice. I guess you're still on Facebook, but the paper copy. So Juice contacted me, they did a story on me, and as soon as that story ran, a lot of small businesses contacted me and said, hey, we don't have room for a dumpster, our landlord owns our building, but we're a tenant and we care about the environment and we want to recycle and do the right thing. Can you help us? So as any good business owner, I just said yes, and next arm of revenue came in through small businesses.
I love that. And as a small business my building doesn't have recycling, it's really hard to get that process started, and you come in and make that a lot easier for people. So you do apartment buildings. Like, when you say you service apartment buildings, like, what does that mean? Like, what does that look like for somebody who's using your program?
So as most people know, households have curbside recycling. It's an amazing program, so I thought, why not make a doorstep service for apartments? Okay. So it's the exact same thing. You get a container, it's a $25 sign-up fee, that takes care of the container purchases and the recycling guide and the pickup schedule, and then for $15 a month, you get doorstep recycling. So
you just come and you pick it up.
Like a little recycling ferry. We would come by, take your materials, and leave you an empty container.
I love having ferries in my life. It's my favorite. Anybody who knows me is like, I spend money on services and people doing things that make my life easier. So this is like my jam. Yeah. So great. So apartment buildings, small businesses.
Yep.
And then I see we have offices and dumpsters back on your, so what's the dumpster thing? What's that?
So we do also provide dumpster service as well, if that's something that you are interested in.
Like a recycling dumpster?
Yep.
Oh!
Just the common recycling dumpster that people are used to.
Okay.
But we also have what we like to call a white glove service, where we come into the business during business hours and pick up the recycling. Cool. Kind of like UPS, but backwards.
Yeah. I love that. I love that. So you're really making this very, very easy for people. So what's frustrating on the back end? Like, I think something that we've talked about is people don't necessarily know what's recyclable. So there's like this huge gray area.
So one of my rules is my recycling rules are not your recycling rules, because depending on who your pickup provider is or your service, they have their own set of rules. Fortunately, Des Moines does a pretty good job with being all on the same page.
Cool.
So Metro Waste Authority has a page called whereitshouldgo.com. So if you ever have any questions, go ahead and go right there, and
awesome. We'll
your
put that in the
questions
blog.
will be answered.
Yeah, love that. So share with us like what's really exciting happening with Recycle Me Iowa now.
There's a lot of exciting things happening. Some of them are
okay.
But stay tuned, stay informed on our Facebook page and Instagram. Our 8th birthday
oh my gosh,
is coming up.
That's huge, guys.
Yep. I can't believe it's been 8 years since I started digging through trash.
Since you were hauling it in a car that you didn't own out of your apartment.
Yeah, so on Earth Day this year, April 22nd, we're going to be 8 years old. And since we like to, have a good time and throw parties, we're having an open house at Collaborate DSM, which is where we have a co-working space out of.
Awesome.
April 19th from 5:30 to 7.
Awesome.
Come hang out, bring your business cards. We're going to give away prizes. We've got a zero waste kit to hand out, and free drinks and food. So that's come hang out with us.
That's enough for most people to show up there, aside from the good cause. Well, I'm super excited about this, and we will put the information for that in the blog that we'll post tomorrow. In addition to our passion for litter and recycling, I will be reinstituting the litter challenge. So in the month of April, we're going to be doing that. I'll get specifics to people via Facebook, but I'm going to be this time around. I'm going to be doing weekly litter meetups. So basically, I'm going to pick a place. I'm going to say, okay, at 5:30 on Wednesday, we're going to meet here, and we're going to pick up for an hour, and then we're going to go eat and drink together. So I'll be doing that along with, of course, your individual litter pickups. But if you want to get involved in recycling or litter pickups, like we can help you do that. So thanks so much for watching today, Ciji. Thanks for being on with me.
Yes, absolutely.
Keep Des Moines clean.
Thanks for being eco heroes.
Woo, eco heroes. Bye, guys.